Hello student, this is the next video of chapter 3 part 6. Chapter name is pollination, fertilization and development of endosperm and embryo. In previous video we were discussed about the endosperm and types of endosperm. Now in this video we will discuss about embryo. Embryogenesis means development of embryo. Okay, in your syllabus only the development of embryo is given in dicot plants. Description is there, so we will discuss about dicot plant embryo development. Okay, so here first point is in angiosperm zygote undergo in resting phase. When the endosperm is formed, then development of zygote start. All you know that zygote, that from the pollination process, two male gamete is there that will enter into the ovule. One is from endosperm and another one is zygote. So that zygote development we will discuss in this topic. That zygote undergo in development stages and form embryo. So first point is there. First of all, zygote is in a resting phase for some time. Why it is in a resting phase? Because firstly the endosperm is developed and then the zygote development is start. Why there is a first endosperm? In previous video I will tell that firstly endosperm will develop, because endosperm function is what? It provides nourishment to the zygote. So if it will not develop first, then how the zygote development is started? That's why firstly sometime zygote development is in a resting phase. They will in a rest phase, and firstly endosperm will develop and then it will provide nourishment to the zygote. Okay, now next one point is there. The first division of oospore is transverse. Result, two cells are formed and the one cell lies towards micropyle is called basal cells or suspensor cell. So this line we have to understand firstly the diagram. In this full process, first you have to understand the diagram and then we will go in this theory part. So first we will go in a diagram. So this is the diagram of development of embryo in dicot plants. Firstly the zygote is there, that is one cell, one nucleus is there, that you know. This zygote undergo in a favorable condition and they will divide into two parts. Okay, this zygote undergo in a favorable condition and divide into two parts in a transverse section. So we will got two cell here. That two cells is not completely divide, it will attach with both together. Okay, so these two cells, one is called basal cells, that is towards the micropyle states. Here I have written in a short form that M for micropyle and C for chalaza. Okay, so the one cell towards the micropyle stage, that is known as basal cell, and which one towards the chalazal side, that is known as terminal cell. Okay, terminal cell and embryonal cell. Why we call embryonal cell? Because this stage towards the endosperm. In this side the endosperm is present, so that endosperm give the nourishment, so the development of the zygote is toward this side. So those side which are present towards the endosperm side, that cell is known as embryonal cell. Here I am giving you one. So I am giving you example here, like this is the embryonocyte, here it is endosperm. Okay, and here zygote is there. So this zygote will undergo in a division. So upper one, this is the micropyle side and this is the chalaza side. So those towards the endosperm side, that side is known as embryonal cell, and those towards the micropyle cell, that is known as terminal cells or basal cell. So why we call it embryonal cell? Because endosperm provide the nourishment and these parts are go in a developmental stage. Okay, understand? So here two cell is there, that's why we call it two cell stage. Now in the third part what happened? this basal cell is again going in a transverse section and make two cells, and this one is also this embryonal cell is going a vertical division. All you know that what is transverse division and what is vertical division. Vertical division is this type and transverse division is this type. Okay, so that basal cell going in a transverse section, and also terminal cell is goes in a vertical section. So here it will divide. So it is also two cell stage because this embryonal cell is in a two part. That's why we call it two cell stage. After that, this basal cells again go in a transverse section, and it will form so many like 6 to 7 cells of cells. Okay, and this will remain same. This will right now not go any in a division. In next portion, here you can see that in previous we can see that basal cells are going a transverse division and form 6 to 7 cells. Like that it will go that is this part is called suspensor cell. That so many divisions of basal cells are there, that is known as suspensor cell. Here you can see the one bulging structure. This is hausteria. Why we call it hausteria? Because this is also the part of suspensor cell, but this one of the suspensor cell give rise to the base of this complete cell stage. This give rise the base of this stage. So it will take the food particles and from there besides, and it will swell up. So that's why we call and give the support to the complete suspensor cell. So we call it hausteria cells. Okay, the middle one portion we call it suspensor cell, and just the down one we call it hypophysis. And here the terminal cell or embryo cell goes in again in a vertical division and form 4 cell stages. How 4 cell stages? 1 2 3 4. Okay, next portion is this will remain same. You know that this is a suspensor cell, this is hausteria. Now the last one, that embryonal cell goes in a again in a division, and it will form 8 cell embryo. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, 8 cell embryo, and later it will go in so many divisions, and it will take a shape of globular stage. Why it will take a globular stage? Because beside there, all the endosperm that provide the nourishment, they will take the food and they will divide so much, and it will take globular structure. Okay, in this globular structure, the outer one structure, the external structure, we call it dermatogen. What we call dermatogen. The outer one structure is called dermatogen. In globular embryo, this is known as outer one external layer is called dermatogen. This is remain same suspensor cell. This is hausteria. This will like that. Why? This suspensor cell do not have any function. This is just give them this embryonal cell supports and send it towards the where the food particles are present and nourishments are present towards the endosperm, so they can take the nourishment from the endosperm. Okay, later in next stage what happened, that globular stage, they will take all the food particles from beside theirs. Now they have to take another food particles from the for the nourishment. So they will in beside there is no food is there, so it will make some this type of a structure. This cone like structure is present, that will form there. So this is becomes heart shaped embryo. So the next phase is that heart shaped embryo is formed here. Okay, now this two heart shaped embryo, in the next stage it will form cotyledons. How many cotyledons? 1 and 2. This is the main part of this diagram. Complete diagram is there. 2. We are talking about dicot plant. Dicot plant means they have a 2 cotyledons. So these 2 portion form 2 cotyledons. Okay, here in the next stage you can see here. So you can see here these two heart-shaped structure, these are developed into two cotyledons, and the middle portion of these two attachments are from the plumule. Plumule, you know that give rise to the shoot portion of the plant, and where the end of this embryonal stage, where the suspensor cells are present, on that portion radicle is present here. That radicle, you know that radicle give rise to the root parts of the plant, and here it is known as suspensor cell and hausteria, that you know. So and two cotyledons are there. So the line that joined the radicles and the plumule, that is known as embryonal axis. This line, okay, you can call it here, this line that join the radicals and plumule, we call it embryonal axis, and these two are cotyledons. This is the mature stage of embryo, that the final stage of embryo, that is known as torpedo stage. This is the complete diagram of development of dicot plant. Now I will discuss all these points with the help of the theory portion. Okay. First point, you know that that angiosperm zygote undergoing a resting phase. Why? Because this firstly the endosperm will develop, that will provide the nourishment to the zygote, and then the zygote start development. Okay, after that zygote, that the first division of oospore. Now here the term is oospore. Why we call it oospore? This zygote when start their developing stage, so for the taking of nourishment from the endosperm, they will make the layer beside there. So that phase is known as oospore, and that is goes in a transverse section, that we know in a diagram, and result two cells are formed. That zygote goes in a transverse section and two cells are formed. The one cell lie towards the micropyle. The lies toward the micropyle is called basal cell or suspensor cell, you know in a diagram. And the next point is there, the other cell is formed towards the chalaza, is called apical cell or terminal cell or embryonal cell. Why we call embryonal cell? Because it is present towards where the endosperms are present. Okay. Now next point is there, the basal cells are divided transversely and apical cells divide vertically. That I am telling, the suspensor cell we call, you will understand here, so that suspensor cell will go in a transverse division and form 6 to 7 cells there, and the apical cells or the embryonal cell go in a vertically division. And you know that what is transverse section and what is vertical sections. Okay. After that, the basal cell give rise to the radicle, that we know in a last stage of the this embryo development, where the suspensor cell end, on that portion radicle is formed and hypocotyle, and the epibasal cell give rise to the two cotyledons and plumule of the embryo, and the end portion, the two cotyledons are present and plumules are present. Radicle is used for the rising of root part of the plant, and plumule is give rise to the shoot part of the plant. After that, next point is there, an axis is present between plumule and radicle is called embryonal axis. That I am telling in the diagram, that the line which join the radicle to the plumule, we call it embryonal axis. Okay. Only micropyle of ovule remain unchanged and also present in seed, that the suspensor cell part, the micropyle part is remain unchanged in the ovule and also present in seed. And seed development we will discuss in our next video. Or in some fruit, parthenocarpy is useless. This sometimes the question arises here, why the parthenocarpy is useless in some plants. Why it is? If the edible part is endosperm or seed, then the parthenocarpy process is useless. You all know that what is parthenocarpy? When the development of seeds, development of fruit without the ovary or without the seed. So in that plant where the edible part is endosperm or seed, on that plant the parthenocarpy process is useless. Example I am giving here, pomegranate. Now compare this theory portions and this diagram, you will understand this topic, development of embryo in dicot plants. Okay.